Ancient Wisdom, 3 stories about 10 things you should never say, life philosophy. The ancients used to say, illness comes from the mouth, and disaster comes from careless words. Words, though light as air, possess immense power. They can build relationships or destroy everything. Wise people understand that there are things you should never say in any situation, because a careless word can lead to unimaginable consequences. Here are the 3 profound stories that teach us why knowing when to stay silent is the greatest wisdom of all. 1. Story. Don't boast about your achievements. Long ago, there was a brilliant general who, after years of battle, achieved countless glorious victories. Upon returning to his hometown, he often recounted his triumphs to everyone around him with great pride. One day, he visited a famous sage in the region. After listening to the general's many stories, the sage smiled faintly and said, "A deep river flows silently. The heaviest ears of rice bow low. Truly great people do not need to boast. If your achievements are remarkable, the world will remember them without you having to say a word." The general was stunned, and from that day forward, he no longer boasted about his victories. He realized that true value lies in actions, not words. Profound lesson. Don't boast too much about your achievements. Truly talented people do not need to show off because real value shines without words. 2. Story. Don't speak ill of others behind their backs. In a small village, 2 best friends lived next to each other. However, due to a small misunderstanding, they became enemies. One of them began to spread malicious gossip and falsehoods about the other throughout the village. One day, the gossiping man fell seriously ill. Seeking forgiveness, he approached a wise monk. The monk handed him a feather pillow and said, "Take this pillow to the mountaintop, tear it open, and let the feathers fly in the wind. Then come back to me." The man did as instructed. When he returned, the monk said, "Now go and gather all the feathers you released." The man exclaimed in shock, "How can I possibly collect them when the wind has scattered them everywhere?" The monk calmly replied, "Words spoken behind someone's back are the same. Once released, they spread far and wide and cannot be taken back. If you wish to live peacefully, guard your tongue and avoid hurting others with your words." Profound lesson. Don't speak ill of others behind their backs. Words are like feathers in the wind. Once spoken, they cannot be retrieved. Silence is the highest form of kindness. 3. Story. Don't speak when you're angry. One day, a young man with a fiery temper sought out a wise master to learn how to control himself. The master gave him a bag of nails and said, "Every time you lose your temper, hammer a nail into this wooden door." On the first day, the young man hammered 37 nails. Gradually, as he learned to control his anger, the number of nails decreased. Finally, he no longer lost his temper, and the master instructed him to pull out all the nails. When the task was complete, the young man proudly reported back. The master pointed to the holes left in the door and said, "Do you see these holes? Each time you speak in anger, you leave the tree, a scar on someone's heart. Even if you apologize, the wound remains." The young man learned a valuable lesson and vowed to stay silent whenever he felt anger rising. Profound lesson. Don't speak when you are angry. Words spoken in anger can leave permanent scars. A wise person controls their speech, knowing that words once spoken cannot be undone.